It's true, right? I mean, why do I have to explain to people that life's kind of sloppy and dirty and messy and stinky? I mean, why the fuck? No one else could figure that out? Oh, this is a little bit messy. Maybe we should figure out whether it's worth doing because it's kind of messy.
I'm kind of curious that I don't know, maybe you don't know this because it would be hard to comprehend, but I've seen over the years how fanatically people hate you and the lengths they go to fuck with you, and I wonder what motivates them so much. I mean,
I'm too damn pretty, okay? It's just about the fact that I'm too fucking pretty, okay? And nobody likes pretty people.
because I'm thinking if these sorts of people are such life lovers, why are they going to these lengths? You know what I mean? They should be out like in the sunshine or something, seeing how beautiful life is.
Like they have nothing better to do with their life than play troll on the internet, and you're just saying, wow, and I'm the loser? I don't think so.
So you
So,
think it's more they just want to fuck with you versus they really are life lovers?
well, I think that's usually the thing, it's just that people hate people for whatever reasons. Why does somebody hate, like sports teams or something? People, I hate the Boston Red Sox. I want the Boston Red Sox to die of cancer. I mean, people get all nutty about shit, and you're just saying, why the fuck is he so nutty about that?
Because yeah, I mean, because like I said, when I think of life lovers, I think of people who are all like fruity and optimistic. I don't think of people who spend their time on the internet harassing people and dropping docs and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Life lover's a tricky word, because they're not really life lovers. They're just, you know, they obviously have their stoic philosophy or whatever the hell it is, and they're a defender of, it's a kind of religion, right? So they're sort of defending their religion of stoic obedience to the principle of survival for the sake of survival, or whatever the fuck their ego is stuck to. And maybe they've had a kid or two, maybe they're invested for some other reason. Maybe they just don't want to call their mother a dumb, skanky whore. But whatever it is, there's some reason why they just can't get the idea that, oh yeah, well maybe life is kind of a dumb thing to be having. Maybe it's not too bright. Feel like
Because like
babies.
I'm saying, these people don't just debate you. Like they go to great lengths to harass you and fuck with you. And I'm just like, what could be the motivation there? I'm just trying to figure that out. I don't understand it.
Yeah, well, it's just knocking the king off the mountain thing or whatever the hell that is. They're just resentful of my charm and eloquence, and so they wish to destroy me. Because I'm too charming and too eloquent and I've outsmarted them too many times, and so yep, that's I just win. I win too often, and so they got to knock the winner down.
So you think it's just yeah they just get so invested in the argument that it becomes an ego thing, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's all it is, frankly. Everything's an ego thing. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hate my freedom. Yeah, that's it. They hate my freedom. Uh,
Did you ever make a video like similar to your consciousness video where you do something about the ego, like draw out like a map of the ego?
oh yeah, well, I've mapped the brain about 50 times. I don't know. There must be at least 50 videos where I have a brain map. So, and every one of them looks like a piece of shit. But yeah.
Like, do you think if you broke down what an ego is, it would just be like these really like simple things like I want people to like me. Like, say you could take like one thing that people do, like their desire to like socialize. Do you think you could break that down into like just some really simple like thing, like
Well,
desire?
I think you can do a Freudian thing with it, actually. I mean, I think you can break it down to the same kind of appetites we have. The other visceral appetites, like you're hungry for food and you're hungry for, let's say, sex, and the ego is the story that goes with it. So the ego writes the story of how you get your food and sex, or you know what I mean, your status. But I mean, it is like I mean, it's probably worth me doing doing a video on, but it's just because I haven't really dissected the ego itself. I've just called it the ego and put it there and said that's what it's sort of this gooey, messy little organ that's sitting there. So I mean, it probably would be worth trying to break it down. But I mean, you can understand a biological reason for it, right? I mean, you know, you can see it in every mammal. You can see ego, especially in the males. You know, you can see it's strong, how powerful a force it is. This whole alpha, you know, playing the alpha game and, you know, putting your horns down and running into the other fucker, and you know. So I mean, we're definitely driven, you know, for this self-perception thing, this idea that I'm one is important to us, that I'm succeeding, you know, I've earned it, and that idea of defeat, and the fact that the defeat humbles you and makes you into a simpering, whimpering pussy shit. And so this whole, you know, you can see it like with wolves especially. I mean, you see that, you know, the dramatic difference in personality, you know, between the alpha and the betas. So we're definitely got that in us. We have that mechanism. But yeah, it would be interesting to try to dissect it, you know, into something even clearer